Let's jump right in. Today, we're embarking on a visual explainer that is honestly unlike anything we've tackled before. We're going to decode the ancient, sacred geometry of the golden mandala of eternal radiance. So go ahead and settle in. This isn't just a captivating piece of art, it's a meticulously structured map. And together, we're going to navigate its hidden meanings, its archetypes, and its frequencies with a sense of quiet reverence and focused intention. But first, I've got to ask you a pretty important question. Are you ready to decode the path within? Seriously, take a deep breath. Try to leave the chaos of the external world behind us just for the duration of this explainer. Let's let go of the emails, the notifications, and that endless to-do list that kind of just dictates our days. Give yourself permission right now to simply be present and observant. Look closely at this magnificent geometry. We call this the golden mandala of eternal radiance. But, I really want us to see this as way more than just a beautiful arrangement of symmetry, shapes, and colors. Try to see this as a highly structured map built specifically for spiritual awakening. Just let your gaze soften a bit. Take in all those intricate layers, from the mesmerizing, delicate swirls at the very edges suspended against that dark, mysterious background, all the way down to that dense, magnetic center. Literally, every single line here has a purpose.
Section 1. The Invitation of Radiance. Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to start from the absolute outside and work our way in, observing exactly how this geometry invites us to begin our journey inward. Before we decode the visual specifics, though, let's clearly define what we're actually looking at so we're all on the same page. Traditionally, a mandala is a geometric figure representing the universe. But more importantly for our purposes today, it's a microcosmic map used to guide the archetypal journey inward, toward absolute stillness. Think of this beautiful geometry as a literal, tangible schematic for navigating your own consciousness.
Check out this ornate periphery right at the very edges of the mandala. Notice that chaotic, swirling golden filigree fading into the dark background? Those thin, wire-like curls almost look like they're floating unattached. And yeah, it's stunning, but it's also incredibly busy and fragmented. In the architectural language of the mandala, this outer rim represents the noise, the endless distractions, and the overwhelming complexity of our daily lives. It represents the static of the world that we literally have to wade through every single day before we can even begin to find peace. Section 2, Frequencies of Gold and Blue. Now, as our eyes move inward from that chaotic, wispy edge, the colors begin to shift and organize into highly intentional patterns. These aren't just aesthetic choices made by the artist. Think of these contrasting colors as actual energetic frequencies that we have to learn to navigate and balance. And this brilliantly illustrates the dynamic tension at play within the geometry. We have the active gold frequencies interacting with the deep blue frequencies. That gold is illuminating. It has this active, vibrant warmth in those outer rings, signifying outward expression, vitality, and action in the world. But then as you move deeper into the structure, you hit the grounding, infinite, cooling depth of the inner teal and blue elements. It's a perfect visual representation of the balance between doing and being. Take another look at this dance of light and depth. I want you to notice how your eye physically reacts to the image. The bold, embossed gold elements almost aggressively pull your attention outward, right? They project a vibrant energy toward the edges of the frame. But then, let your eyes catch those cooler teal and blue accents. That blue gently, almost magnetically, pulls your focus right back inward. It calms the visual field. It acts like an anchor amidst all that golden radiance. Section 3. Geometry of the Lotus. Now, what's really fascinating here is the magnificent, blossoming floral shape dominating the entire middle architecture of the mandala's design. Look closely at those unfolding petals. You've got overlapping layers of sharp, pointed lotus petals seamlessly interacting with smoother, rounded ones beneath them. They look almost carved or embossed, giving a heavy, tactile weight to the image. In sacred geometry, this specific floral unfolding represents the gradual, step-by-step evolution of the human soul. It reminds us that awakening doesn't happen all at once. It happens in distinct, beautiful, heavily structured phases. Let's break down this sequence of floral geometry to truly understand it. First, we pass the intricate outer rings of protection, that busy filigree representing worldly noise. Then, we enter the pointed, outward-reaching golden leaves, representing our active, sharp engagement with the physical world. Next, we are caught by the rounded, inward-curving blue petals, which signal reflection, interiority, and cooling off. And finally, we arrive at the inner sanctum of alternating shapes. Each ring of petals acts as a sequential gateway, demanding a deeper level of self-awareness and focus before allowing your eye to pass to the next layer.
Section 4. Journey to the Bindu.
We're approaching the very center of the map now. As we visually transition into this space, consciously let your breathing slow down a little. We're leaving the dynamic movement of the outer petals behind, and we're entering a space of profound, hushed concentration. We can actually translate the visual layers we've just analyzed into a highly practical, 3-step spiritual instruction for your own personal meditation practice. Step 1. Acknowledge the outer noise of the filigree. Don't fight the distractions of your life. Just recognize they exist on the periphery. Step 2. Traverse the frequencies of the lotus petals. Move intentionally through your active thoughts. Bypass the sharp edges of your day and find that calming blue inward pull. And step 3. Rest entirely in the silent center point.
Guide your eyes right now to the exact center point of the mandala. Look at that intricate, tightly woven, perfectly circular core. In the tradition of the mandala, this tiny epicenter is called the bindu. The bindu is the seed. It is the absolute point of origin, the singularity from which all the surrounding golden geometry emanates. And crucially, it is the seat of ultimate, unshakable silence.
As you lock your focus on that center point, I want to ask you a profound question. What remains when all forms fall away? When you strip away the gold, the blue, the sharp petals, and the peripheral noise, what is actually left? Take a few seconds to let that silence sit with you. Allow the profound stillness of the central bindu to resonate within your own mind right now.
Section 5. The final instruction.
We've journeyed all the way to the absolute center, but true meditation doesn't just end by hiding in the void. We have to take what we've learned and integrate this ancient visual journey back into our modern, everyday reality. So the crucial point is this. The true purpose of reaching the center isn't to stay there forever, detached from the world. Let's look at this geometry one more time, but now let your eyes expand outward from the center bindu. The purpose of finding that profound inner peace is to gather it, harness it, and then carry its bright radiance back out through the lotus petals, projecting it right back into the chaotic, swirling golden periphery of your daily life. This is exactly why this explainer deeply matters. The map is not the territory. It is simply the key to unlocking your own inner architecture. This breathtaking mandala is merely a mirror. It's reflecting your own boundless internal potential back to you, proving that no matter how chaotic and noisy the edges of your life get, you contain a perfectly structured, totally accessible center of stillness. Which leaves us with this final, lingering thought to ponder. Now that you have found the center, where will you carry this stillness next? Take that provocative question and the imagery of the golden mandala with you into your immediate future. Thank you for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep focusing, and until next time, keep looking deeper.